Good morning. Welcome in our home. We are the Bulo-van. My name is Francis. I'm next to my beautiful wife.
My name is Natalie.
And today we are going to share our experience regarding bipolar disorder with you. Let's get right into it. Usually, most of these videos will start with my experience because actually I'm the person with it. But I want to change things up. So I want to start this time with asking my wife what has been her experience managing and dealing with me actually. So Natalie, can you remember the first time I mentioned to you that hey, if you want to be with me, that's nice, I like that, but I'm a bipolar patient.
I remember those words, yes. But I also remember telling you, I got this. With all this confidence. Honestly, I had no idea what I signed up for. I had no clue.
Do you remember when I mentioned this to you?
I think we were driving. And we were talking, because we talked a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
one thing I know is this was like in our first week.
yeah. And
knowing
mostly we
each
were
other,
driving or hotel hopping.
Yeah. And I think at the end of the first week I told you that. Like I told you before that, like hey, I think the second day or the third day, I told you I'm a massage therapist and I'm studying physical
that you told me the
therapy.
first day.
And if you want to be with me, you have to be able to deal with that too.
Because you also massage women,
mostly
women.
Mostly women are my clientele, so.
And what did I tell you? I told you, as long as you give me the money, we good.
Yeah. Actually, you thought about it for like 3 seconds.
I didn't.
And then you said, as long as you bring me the money, I won't have a problem with it. So, yeah, for me, well, it was bingo. Like, hey. So I mentioned this like in our first week getting to know each other. Was it abrupt, like, or was it like? How was it for you? Would you have preferred I mention it like on the first day, or the first day will be like too much?
Honestly, when you mentioned it, I had no idea what it was actually. Mm-hmm. So to me, it didn't matter if you told me the first or the third day.
Okay.
Because,
yeah. Yeah, I think other people like dealing with this. Like, okay, I was lucky she didn't know what it was. Even though I think she probably had an idea because here and there people use the term bipolar a lot.
Yeah, but
you didn't know.
I didn't know the depth of it and what it actually entails.
Yeah. So, but I think you should mention this if it is the first week or the first month. But
if you plan to have a future with some person.
If you're seeing a future, you should mention it in the early stages, so you give the other person a chance to really decide if she or he wants to go through.
Yeah.
Because that's a fact of me, I cannot change it.
It's not an easy task for anyone who is in this situation, but it is possible. You can make it work.
Yeah, and that's why we're making these videos also to give our perspective, give our experience, how we manage to still have a beautiful and worthy family life.
Yeah, we are parents to 2 sons, Sander and Zaya.
Mm-hmm. Sander is born in 2018.
Yeah.
Zaya was born in 2020.
Yep.
And
so no regrets here for 2020. We're happy with 2020.
Yeah. This is a difficult year for a lot of families.
And honestly, I think if our son was not born this year, I would be like, you know what, we can skip 2020. But also, we are very blessed.
Do you remember the first episode you went? Yeah, you went through with me. Like, do you remember the year, the time, and which one it was? Was it a manic? Was it depressive?
It was a manic episode. You started feeling that you needed rest, that you had too much energy, you were jumping all over the place. Example would be like you would be cleaning the house, but actually you're not doing anything. Like to you, you've cleaned the house a million times, but you weren't seeing any progress. And you just wanted to continue doing that. And you kept telling me you have like electricity going through your neural system.
Yeah, so to the back of my head,
Yes.
throughout my sacrum.
Yeah. And I kept telling you, don't worry, you don't need to call no one. We can get through this together. But honestly, I had no idea what we were getting through together.
Yeah.
And you did tell me before that you were admitted prior, etc., etc. But I still had no idea
I didn't know what I was talking about.
What to expect.
Yeah, because prior to that episode, I had a couple before that. So before 2000, now we're talking about 2017.
This was 2017.
The winter of 2017. Yeah, I think in 2014, 2011, and 2009.
2009 was your first.
That was my first manic.
First manic. Okay.
So actually, I experienced two manic episodes in 2009
and 2017. And
in
the other
between
ones
that,
were
so
depression.
Yeah.
Okay.
And several depths of depression. What can you remember of
Well,
the first manic?
I can remember, like I told you, you had a lot of energy. You wanted to run. You wanted to. You needed to do things in order to calm down, in order to be able to sleep. I can remember putting my hand on your heart, trying to calm you down, because your heart was racing. December 13th, you called me at 2 a.m. I was on my way home from work, and you told me, I'm going to speak Dutch to you now. And you said, I don't want you to get scared. I was like, okay, I don't know what to expect. I was like, and then you started telling me, yeah, I'm in a car with 2 police officers and they're going to find help for me. And that was the end of the conversation. So you had no phone. Yes, you did have your phone, but your phone was no longer, I could not reach you. You told me you would call me when you could. So I couldn't call you. I cried my eyes out. I didn't know what to do.
And you were pregnant.
And I was 4 months pregnant. So all of that was going through my mind. Like, what am I supposed to do now? So first people I call are my siblings, of course. And they kept telling me, yeah, come over by me. We'll take care of you. And I was like, the only thing I wanted to do was stay home in my house. And right there and then I said, you know what? I need to find more information because I have no idea what I am dealing with.
Yeah.
So I went, I looked up videos, I looked up articles, I looked up books. I went through all kind of different information in order to learn, get knowledge to know exactly what exactly I'm dealing with.
One thing I remember from that period is you and your brother really like going into like what can it possibly be, and are you talking like there's something with the dopamine and neurotransmitters and the deficiency and
my siblings even got you the special Philips lights for your, because they say that light can help you with your I don't even know what, but
yeah, but that was actually something very nice to see you and your siblings being involved in a way to help me go through that phase again. And
your mom also helped me get through that phase. She called me every day, made sure I was okay, made sure how was the pregnancy going. But it was mostly about me. Like she made sure I was okay.
Because actually,
There's not much.
my first manic episode, my mother nor my father didn't really know what to do neither. You know, my a key in why I'm not living on meds is due to a dear tante,
And
a dear aunt of mine that's actually has the same diagnosis, and she take care of me in the winter of 2009.
yeah,
So she take care of me, I think from November up to February when I left them to St. Martin.
Yeah.
So she is the one, and with her children and a uncle of mine too, they dealt with me because yeah, it can be scary for outsiders, even family.
if you don't understand
if
it,
you
yes.
don't understand what the person involved is going through.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my luck because
And thank God you had that aunt, because I could have gone to her and asked her also information
yes,
and asked her what do I expect? How do I deal with it?
yeah. So yeah, talking, I think it's great to mention that this is actually something is genetically also,
It's hereditary.
yeah, and yeah, if you're the unlucky one that it manifests, yeah, you're the unlucky
And
one.
also, there is no cure for
No.
bipolar disorder.
No, there's no cure. So the most important thing I learned about this is also learn to deal with it. Learn mentioning my feelings. Hi, Xander.
Yes, this is one of our first son.
See if you see him. Man. Lift him up a little bit.
He's good.
That's good. Come on, good shot. Okay.
Okay,
Go play.
go play.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yes.
Close the
Close the door, please.
Yeah, so I think the most important thing that I've learned is mentioning, accepting my feelings instead of pushing them down or not being open about it.
Yeah.
So I think that it really, and I learned that through art, through poetry and spoken word.
Spoken word.
I still practice it, not in a way that I'm
You used
performing.
to, but
No, but I still do it. Like
Yeah.
when I sit with something that's bothering my emotion,
you write about it.
I write or I will.
You put it in a
I with my mind, I put words to it,
Yeah.
and it will calm me down. And I can be wherever. I can be in the public transport. I can be in my car. So I learned to, if I feeling annoyed, if I feeling angry, to give words to my feelings.
Yeah.
And yeah, through it, I also discover other medicine, like medicine that's more on the natural side of things.
Yes.
I don't think is handig. If you want to know what I'm talking about, send me a personal message.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I discovering what naturally, like things from the nature that can help you
Get through it to
get through
stabilize
it.
you.
Yeah. So it won't take it away, but it will help you.
It will help you push through your days.
Because I remember, because we went to the clinic, the clinic that specialized in bipolar,
Yes.
we encounter medicine.
That
Yeah.
actually does help you when you're about to have a manic episode.
Yes, or I'm going through
Or
it.
you're going through it. Yes,
so
we
that
did
way-
find that one.
Yeah, that was olazapina. But yeah, still up to this day, we don't
We
really
haven't
have
really found one that says, you know what, without the side effects.
for the
Because-
depressive mode.
Yeah.
We don't find. And right now I'm using like a booster.
Yeah.
To help. Can you close the door, honey? That's our other son. Leave him, leave him. That's our son in the back. So yeah, we find like a serotonin booster
Yes.
that can, yeah.
Thanks to a friend of mine.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we're not mentioning names,
Yeah, mutual friend of ours.
but she knows who she
She
is.
knows who she is. So, yeah, and I think that the most important thing is also you cannot really go through this alone.
Nope.
It's nearly impossible. Come, Papa.
Either you sit down here with mommy and daddy, or you go in the bedroom and play.
So you cannot go through this
So
alone. So and I have support, and that's one of the main reason that I'm able to cope and I'm able to live with actually my condition. I have support at work that actually they know. Before I started there, I also mentioned to them like, hey, okay, great that you like my CV, you like what I'm saying, but I would like you to know this about me too. And actually they didn't get scared about it, and we worked out how to do my hours.
And when you were a little in the plus, I myself would contact your boss and tell him, you know what, please bear with Francis this week or these 2 weeks because he's in the plus right now. So, yeah, and that is how we get through it together.
Yeah, so I mention it in my relationship, in my
Work relationship.
work relationship. I think my closest friends also know about my condition and really understand if I'm not being that social. So it's not a problem, you know, it's not a big deal. Yeah, and at the end also knowing what kind of medicine, pharmaceutical or natural, will help you to balance out what you need to balance out. If it's the minus, if it is the plus. Yeah, because actually you need that. You won't be able to get through. It's very difficult to get through only by doing meditation, because you way past that state of mind and state of nervous system, if you can say it like that.
No.
And depression. How was dealing with depression actually?
Dealing with depression, I had to teach myself that, because during your depression you don't have no libido.
That's true.
So I had to block it in myself also, so that it don't make you feel bad that you're not able. And also when it came to our son, when he was just born, it was very hard for me because I was like, I want more help, but it's not like you don't want to do it. It's not like you're being selfish and saying, oh, I just don't want to do it because I don't want to. It was actually because you can't. It's not something you do to spite me. It's because you literally can't. And that is when we talk about the -4, -5.
Yeah.
Or if you had a very long day at work.
Yeah, and then I'm exhausted.
And then you're really exhausted to the point that if I don't prepare food for you, you'll just go to sleep without food. So, and that is where I learned to compromise. But then there's days that you have lots of energy and you help me with the kids, you help me with more than you're supposed to, or you should help me with.
And that's after I stopped with the lithium, because during the lithium time,
during the lithium you couldn't help me with
I
anything.
couldn't help you with anything.
But then again, I took the reins and I decided, you know what, I'm pregnant, my husband's sick, and I gotta protect my firstborn and also take over our household. And that is what I did.
Yeah, and then that time we had help from my mother too. She came
Holland when Xander was first born, yes.
And what you said also, after she left, because then I was preparing myself already that when she leaves, I need to help you more.
Yes,
and I
that is true.
didn't experience an improvement taking in the lithium, so I stopped.
Hi.
You can say I stopped cold turkey.
Yes, you did.
Hi.
And
Right,
that was not
taking-
advised, but you did because you also wanted to be able to help me more.
Yeah, and
And on lithium, you were not functioning at all. Like
Yeah.
you're a zombie all day.
and it was for me also to really show, because I told the clinic that lithium didn't help me before, but hey, they cannot base it from my work.
1 second.
Mama. Mama.
Yeah. So yes, people. I think we mentioned already. We want to really help others to have a perspective, have another couple's experience how to deal with this kind of situation, and that also we can actually break the taboo
The taboo one.
around.
Yeah, 'cause he comes from Curacao,
I'm born in Curacao.
and I'm born in St. Martin.
Yeah, so you have the taboos that related to the island mentality, but don't be mistaken. Even
Here
in
is
big
also-
places like Holland and America, there's a lot of
They try not to, acknowledge it.
no, it is too far away from people bad.
Yeah. It's too far from home.
And it's when you hear bipolar disorder, it's most of the time linked to maybe we can say poverty is linked to. It's either linked to poverty or people that extra exceptional, like artists and celebrities. So yeah, if you're not a celebrity, maybe you're connected direct to poverty. You know, you hear a lot about
Sorry about that again.
you hear a lot about artists, singers, maybe rappers that have a bipolar disorder.
Yep, that is true.
Britney Spears, Kanye West,
Right.
Mariah Carey. But actually, when I went into research, there's actually a lot of people that has this, but then it's not out there.
Yeah.
So you will have a lot of educated people that they function as a politician, they function as doctors, and that also helped me to break the thought in my mind that because I have this, I cannot be a successful
Entrepreneur or
Lost-
business person,
lost from business person.
family person.
No, not even that. To finish school, to have a diploma.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a thought that's not correct. That's a perception that shouldn't live in your head and in your being.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't let a diagnosis of bipolar disorder discourage you to pursue your dreams and to pursue your dream job, etc. And how you call it? And when, especially if you know you can do the job.
Yeah.
I will probably I will graduate in a way longer time lap than it was intended to, but hey, I'm still going to graduate. And my luck is that I went through school like from my up till to my 19, I went pretty easy throughout school.
Yeah.
So it's only the HBO that I'm struggling
You're still
to.
struggling with.
But I went pretty easy throughout primary, and then second high school.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my luck too. I won't be able to finish what I was intended to, but hey, I wanted to be a doctor actually. And when I was doing primary and secondary, there wasn't a reason actually that I wouldn't
You could
be.
not be.
Yeah. But yeah, I accepted being a physical therapist is kinda is a paramedic, is still
It's
in the
also
same
okay.
field. So, and I confirmed myself with it.
Yeah.
Um,
I think we gave them enough information.
yeah, for our first episode, this is our first episode. We combine Natalie's experience with my experience. Stay tuned for more. We're going to have more episodes about talking about really my experiences. I will go into more prior episodes that we have, episodes that we have together too, and probably Natalie will be asking me the question then. And then we will also jump into the signs and the
What to expect.
and the do and the don'ts.
Oh.
How can you really like work together and what did we discover also that actually don't work, and yeah, our thoughtful lessons that we learn along the way. So stay tuned for more from the Bulo-van.
And this is how we do it.
Yes,
We ride together.
we die together
Bipolar marriage.
for life. And see you next time.